these times of economic hardship, a lot of people are looking for jobs, and some people are looking to move into new jobs. But if you had that all dream job interview today, would you say that you're prepared? Well, joining me right now, I have with me Manager Ofori from Uniemploy International. It is an HR company, and he's going to be giving you and I some insights on how to bag that dream job. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so is there a way to prepare for, a job interview? Is there like a perfect formula?
Well, there is a good formula to prepare for a job interview, in the sense that before you go for any job interview, you must know the role which you are applying for. You must know a lot about the role you are applying for. You must know the company. You must be able to check the website, be able to read more and get more information about the company that you are going into the interview for. And then again, you must also go into the interview with a lot of confidence. That is, if you know what you have and you know that you can be able to excel on the job, you should not go into the interview with some kind of timidity. Else, you may not be able to express what you know at the interview.
Okay, right now we know there is an economic hardship. Most people do want a job. One of the things I realize a lot of times when you talk to people, okay, they want to look for a new job, and you ask them, what do you want to do? They always say, I want to do anything, because they want money, because, hey, they want better pay. Should you, when it comes to looking for a job, is it just about money, or should you be looking for something that would also give you satisfaction for what you love as well?
It should never be just about money. You should be able to apply for a job, one, that suits your qualification, and two, that suits your passion as well. If you go into a job because of money, you may, at the end of the day, you may end up not excelling on the job. You understand? But if you go into a job that is your passion, that even when it's 5 o'clock, you don't want to go home because you love the job, then you'll be able to excel in the job, and then you get your promotion along the line.
Okay, let ask you about CVs. Now, they say, your CV is your advert, is what's, telling the possible employer about what you are, who you are, so forth. How can you get your CV right, especially since a lot of people lie on their CVs, or embellish, should I say?
Well, a CV is very important. Most of the time when we get recruitment requests from our clients prefer that we send the CVs first before even they meet the individuals. So for instance, we send 5 CVs, they read through the 5 CVs and then select only 3 to see these 3. So that if your CV does not represent who you are, at the end of the day, you may not be able to even be called for an interview. Now, a CV must contain the right or the true information about you. You should not lie on your CV. I've had instances when I'm interviewing people, they write on their CV that they speak French or they speak Spanish. And if you meet an interviewer who speaks these languages and the person should ask you at the interview, straight away you have lost it, because it shows right from the onset you are dishonest. And you don't qualify for a job if you are dishonest. Nobody will ever trust you, you understand? So you should try as much as possible to present the right information about ourselves on our CV. Fine, you can talk about other qualities that maybe you are aspiring to be, but you should not deviate from who you are on your CV.
Okay, in terms of CVs though, I remember the first time I ever wrote a CV, I actually looked at other sample CVs, and right now most people go online, you take a CV which you think you like, and you borrow, for lack of a better word, you borrow some things, and then you're right, you have to be honest, but I know I've done it. A lot of people now, when they want to do CVs, maybe go to an internet cafe, go online, see samples, and they literally just put their name and just put their name, date of birth and so forth. Is that the way to go, or should you seek a professional to help you write out a good CV?
Okay, I think that if you want to write a good CV, for example, you're an accountant and you're applying for an account officer job in a company, it is not bad to look at a very experienced accountant CV who is excelling on the job, and then pick some elements, some salient elements from that person's CV. But then again, you should not write everything about the person on your CV. You should also look at yourself, your strengths and your weakness, and represent it on the CV. You should not you should not copy entirely whatever is there. You can take some salient points from the person's CV and then you add it to yours to get a comprehensive CV at the end of the day.
Okay, so let's assume that you've written an amazing CV, gone forward, and you've been called for an interview.
Okay.
Now, I know job interviews could be so daunting, especially, I know people who have all the knowledge for the job, but yet they walk into a job interview and they just break. They can't even answer the right questions and so forth. What is it about job interviews that get people so nervous?
One, if you are not prepared for the interview, you'll be nervous. And then 2, if you don't really qualify for the position, you'll be nervous. if you qualify for the position, before you even go into the interview, you have a lot of confidence and you'll be able to articulate yourself better. But if you do not qualify for the job, then you try to maybe impress the person and then you lose track at the end of the day. And some people also have to develop confidence. You know, whenever you're going for an interview, you should know that you know what you're about to do. People who normally interview you may be on the same level of knowledge as you have, or may have a little more than you have. But you should also know that if you have applied for a certain job, that means that you qualify and you also have the enthusiasm to be able to perform well on the job. So you should go into every job interview with the boldness and the confidence. You should never go into the job interview finally just losing yourself. No. You should go inside with a lot of confidence and boldness.
Okay.
It's very important.
Looking at, they always say dress for success. People always say, like, fine, you have to look the part. But is there a particular thing that you think interviewers look for in terms of how we present ourselves when we go into interviews?
Yes, I always tell gentlemen to put on a jacket and a white or blue shirt with a good tie on when you're going for an interview. And the ladies also should not use too much or should not wear too much makeup for an interview. And should not wear provocative clothes. Some people think that when they are going for an interview and there's men on the panel,
they should show the goodies. Show my goodies.
Clothes can attract. But that rather gives you a bad image in front of the panel. So we should be very careful about our dress. And the gentlemen, some people go to an interview wearing a tie, and the tie is not well fixed. It's just hanging over there. It tells us that you're not serious about what you are coming to do. You understand? So dressing for an interview is very, very important. As well. It's very important.
Okay, tell me a bit more about Uniemploy and how you help job candidates.
Okay, Uniemploy International is an HR firm. We do recruitment, we do training, we do outsourcing, we do CV writing, interview grooming skills, organizational structures, and all that. Now, what we do is that when you come into an office, we talk to you, we ask you about what you want. Some people don't even know what they want to do. There was a lady who came to my office last week who said that she wants to be a marketing person. But after just a little interaction with the lady, I realized that she was not even able to speak, or even I asked her to sell her phone. She was not even able to sell a common phone to me. Wow. So then I realized that she will not be good as a forefront of a company. You should rather be an administrative person. So we look at all these things and then we try to recommend which area best fits you. Then you move into it. Then if you don't have a good CV, we also have professionals who will just look at your qualifications, what you can do, where you have been, where you've worked, and all that, and then we compile a good CV for you so that it prepares you very well for any job interview at any place you find yourself. But
aren't these things very costly? Most people would think, oh, my pocket, can I afford to, go to a HR firm before I can get a job?
No, it's not costly at all. It's not. At Uniemploy, our registration fee is just 10 Ghana cedis. And that encompasses everything that we are going to do for you on the way to your successful job.
Okay, all right, well, that's all we've got time for. I want to say a big thank you to Kwesi Ofori from Uniemploy International. I hope that gets you a little bit more prepared in knowing that you can go out there, take some skills and, from what he said, and go out and grab that dream job of yours. All right, so we're going to have a bit of a tickle for you right now. We have our video of the day. Take a look.